Now, in just over 8 months' time, the eyes of the world will be on Liverpool as the city hosts the Eurovision Song Contest.
Yes, it's the first time in 25 years that the event will be held in the UK, after our entry came second to last year's winner, Ukraine. It can't be held there because of the war.
It is a chance to show off Liverpool to millions, but there are fears some fans will be priced out of the party. Our correspondent Victoria Grimes has more.
Liverpool. Congratulations!
As big moments go, this is one Liverpool will never forget. And as soon as those judges made their minds up, the city started the party.
Can't believe it's come to Liverpool, this is brilliant.
We're out tonight, brought my mum out for the first time in months. Always a best time to celebrate Eurovision, so why not? We're going to have a great time, aren't we?
Yeah, we sure are. Can't wait. So exciting.
It's amazing. We haven't had anything like this in England for a while, so it's great that it's being hosted in Liverpool.
Come May next year, the eyes of the world will be on Liverpool. 11,000 packed into the arena, 160 million watching at home. And for the local economy, it's a chance to boost the post-pandemic recovery.
For our businesses, for our skills, for jobs, for everything, this is just one significant moment. This is European capital culture, but it's even on steroids, if I can say that.
Restaurant owner Paddy Smith started getting table requests as soon as the announcement was made. So what's the reaction been like?
People are, going crazy for it. People asking us to have big screens, which we never do. We've never done it for the football, but I think we might have one or two of the restaurants just probably absolutely go for it. It's going to be party central in Liverpool. I've never really liked Eurovision, but all of a sudden I love it.
Those hoping to party need a place to stay. Many hotels, though, sold out within minutes. And for what's left, prices are sky high.
Well, if I have a quick look online, I can see that there's barely any accommodation left in the city centre for the weekend of the 13th of May next year. The cheapest option is coming out as £1,500. The most expensive, nearly £5,000. That's for an apartment and just for one night.
If those prices are ridiculous, I think it will put people off, and I think that we're not that kind of sissy.
Hotelier Anne Chambers says that she and the majority haven't hiked their rates up. She thinks those who have could affect the trade long term.
We know that with our fans, they travel the world watching football. We know that the prices they've had to pay when going to watch matches. So I think we get that in the city, and we want that continued customer base to keep coming back here. And I think we're all hopefully going to do the right thing. And those that aren't, I think, they'll be found wanting.
Celebrations and preparations aside, the minds of all here remain with Ukraine. Twinned with Odessa in the war-torn country, their mayor called Liverpool a worthy host who'd make the world sing and dance along with it. And Liverpool is promising to do them proud. Victoria Grimes, ITV News.
Well, a short time ago, we spoke to the Director of Culture Liverpool, Claire McColgan. She was more than happy to relive that magical moment when Liverpool realised it had picked Glasgow to host the events.
Well, it's an incredible moment for Liverpool. Friday night, the kind of city just erupted, didn't it? It was just the most incredible feeling, and it feels the same this morning. We're starting now to kind of plan the whole event, so we're kind of ready to go. I think for Liverpool, it will be a real moment where this city is all over the world, 161 million people looking at it from across the world, and I think for the rest of the Northwest, that kind of ripple effect of how it will impact on them will be huge also. So it's a brilliant thing for Liverpool, but also it's a fantastic thing for the Northwest.
Yeah, and this isn't just about music. Is it? It's going to have a huge impact on hospitality and tourism in the city.
Yeah, we kind of have kind of impacted it. It'll bring about £30 million into the local economy from people kind of coming to stay here, eat here and spend a huge amount of time here, because it's not just the one night in the arena that people think of with Eurovision. It kind of goes on for a month at least before. So there's huge benefits for the city, absolutely huge, but also what's really special about this Eurovision is that we're doing this on behalf of Ukraine. So there's a whole other layer of programming and a whole other layer of thinking that we're doing that will really bring kind of the Ukrainian culture into the Scouse culture and create something really magical as part of it.
And Claire, what we don't want is anything to spoil the party. What can the city do about rocketing prices of hotels and other accommodation?
Well, it always happens, doesn't it, when anything's announced as big as this? You know, people who are not doing it for the right reasons kind of hike their prices up and try and fleece people, really. And I think we're really clear that there are incredibly good hotels and good hoteliers in this city who just won't do that. You know, they're in it for the right reasons, they're in it for the long term, and for just as many stories of kind of the stories that have been coming out of the last 2 days. We've also had huge amount of stories of people who are doing it for absolutely the right reasons. Remember, Liverpool is really well connected as well, so if people can't get the hotel they want in this city, there is Southport, there's Merseyrail connections are amazing, and even Manchester, you know, so this is a huge impact for the whole of the North West. But we are completely, obviously, cross with those people who are just trying to fleece people, and just don't let them do it, just don't pay it, is what I'd say.
And just remind us again, what are the dates that we need for our diaries?
So the finale is the 13th of May. That's the finale, but up to that point, like probably for a month before, there'll be Eurovision activity happening in the city, whether that's the village that'll be happening where I'm standing at the moment, or whether it's all the work that we're doing in schools, in communities, and in odd places that you probably wouldn't expect Eurovision to happen. So for a whole month before in this city, it will be Eurovision-tastic, and it will just be incredible. And that's kind of the time to come as well. So not just for that final event, that's one big, huge thing, but actually the build up to it, I think, will be the bit that's the most special, because it'll be very different here.
No, it's going to be a really fun occasion. OK, Claire, for now, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, thanks so much.
Excited about Eurovision coming to Liverpool?
Very.